What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the first video of the year. I am very excited to be bringing this video to you guys today. Today we're going to be talking about NFTs, something that personally I'm not too big a fan of, specifically because of the way that the world looks at NFTs. If you are an NFT holder right now, you're probably holding some type of NFT JPEG that's selling or flipping on OpenSea that you got through a mint. You see, these aren't the NFTs I'm talking about, all right? The NFTs that I'm personally interested are the ones that carry benefits, the ones that are licensed, right? The ones that I think are going to be here over the course of the next 10, 15, 20 years, and the ones that I think you guys should be paying attention to. With that, we're also going to be doing a special giveaway, right, to kind of start off the brand new year, so I'm very excited about that. And I want to take this time right now to inform every single one of you about the brand new Cashflow Amigos Discord. It is live for the new year. Everybody who is watching this video right now can go into the comment section, check out the link for the Discord, and join the Discord. Guys, there you're going to have a community of people who you're going to be able to talk to, share information with, and also learn from as you guys are learning more about cryptocurrency throughout the next year.
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
No, Siri. Anyways, with that being said, guys, I want to thank you guys for tuning into this video. Let's talk about Veve NFTs.
I'm not sure I understand.
I don't either. Let's go. Okay, so after being interrupted twice by Siri, let's go ahead and open up TradingView and let's talk a little bit about the Veve NFTs that we are specifically going to share with you guys. For those of you who don't know, I've been involved with Veve NFTs for about, I want to say maybe a year now, a little under a year. We're at around 310 days since I got my first Veve NFT. This all started with the whole OMI craze. So if we don't remember this, let's talk a little bit about it. If you weren't here back in 2020, early 2020, Veve was like the biggest thing. Everybody wanted to get a Veve collectible. Everybody was talking about OMI, right? The Go chain, all this stuff. It was a very, very big deal with like Logan Paul and all these influencers. They were talking about it. Chase Hero, everyone was pretty much mentioning OMI. They ended up getting in very, very early on. I personally didn't get into a little bit later, but this is something I do have to say. OMI has been seeing some positive growth in the past couple of weeks, but I do want to find a chart that is going to show us everything what we want to see. So instead, let me actually go ahead and do this over here. Boom. Go to charts. And let's open up OMI here. There we go. Make it full screen for you guys. Perfect. So OMI has had all-time highs of about a penny. All right, a penny, 0.13, and this is like the all-time high we've seen with OMI. We're gonna talk a little bit about OMI as a company, but first I want to talk about their price. Right now, we are currently at about 0.07. From all-time highs, we are about 40% down, and we've gone as low as 90% down since launch. This down here was a very good opportunity to be able to buy in. Since then, we have seen a lot of bullish pressure, and I do expect for more bullish pressure to come in over the next couple of months to a year as we experience the rise of Veve, because Veve has been a long-term project. I think they were established back in 2016, 2017, and then over the years, they've been picking up different licenses with different companies, companies like DC Comics, Cartoon Network, Marvel, and they've been releasing a lot of NFTs for the year of 2021. Now 2022 started off with a bang too, with a bunch of comics and a bunch of cool stuff we're going to be talking about in this video. But the price right now is what it's reflecting. We are seeing recent local highs be hit at 0.07, and I'm expecting for this to probably either be broken through and then tested to continue up, or maybe breaking through these levels, collecting some liquidity, and then maybe seeing some lower pressure. I don't really know yet. This market, I may not be ready to go up as of right now, but I do know that Veve NFTs are becoming extremely resellable, and you guys want to get involved with it. I'm going to show you guys how I've made money on these projects, and I want to show you guys how you guys can possibly make some money on these projects too. This isn't financial advice. I personally buy these because I like them. It's my opinion as far as what I want to hold my money in, but this might give you guys a better idea for what you can do. So price currently is hitting a resistance here at 0.07, and we're going to mark that up because personally, right, if we see closures on the weekly level above this zone, then we're going to want to pay very close attention as we're coming off of an engulfing week where we saw a lot of bullish pressure, and we can possibly start making our way towards weekly closures right around here at the penny level. So that's pretty much the overall outlook on Veve and OMI. Veve is the standalone app. OMI is the actual token. And so now that we've talking about OMI, let's talk a little bit about Veve, and then we'll get into the app. So go to veve.com. Not veve.com. Cool. So Veve.me. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Veve, Veve is a digital collectible trading platform where you guys can buy, resell, and share your Veve collectibles. Veve collectibles can range anywhere from, old school Ghostbusters, memorabilia to actual animated versions of NFTs for different characters like Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, Superman. The list really goes on. Over the past year or so, Veve has done a phenomenal job at creating partnerships with a lot of these companies, and a lot of these NFTs are going and reselling for a sick amount of money, specifically on their trading platform. So Veve's trading platform is unique. This is where all the NFTs are hosted, something that I personally like because, on something like an OpenSea where you buy like a Bored Ape Yacht or any of these other NFTs, you're not getting a place where these things are being hosted. They're just sitting in your wallet. Here, they're actually being hosted on this Veve app in this world where you guys are able to look at your Veve NFTs, and this is where they're going to be forever pretty much until you're able to outsource them or move them somewhere. Now, when you buy and sell these in the secondary market, right, you're also able to receive, gain in the value of your NFT based on the market value of it. And of course, Veve gets their percentage from every single sale. So Veve has some opportunity for revenue there. And of course, an even bigger opportunity for them is going to be what's called the Veveverse, which should be coming around this year, where they're going to be offering a really, really interesting way for people to be able to check out their actual NFTs. And from what it says here, it says fans and collectors can stake their claim in a new and collaborative world for collecting, right? So not staking as in like getting revenue, but more so they can, own their place and have a place where people can come out and, check out their collectibles. So the Veve app itself is very interesting. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause this video and I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a quick view of my phone where we're going to go over the Veve NFT app, and I'm going to show you guys all the collectibles I've bought into and how much profit I've been able to make out of them. Let's do that. Really quick, you guys, I know you're enjoying this video and you love what you are seeing, but I want to share something with you guys very fast. I'm actually giving away a free NFT in collaboration with 5555 Staker Class. They're dropping animated Hexicans as NFTs. And these animated Hexicans may or may not have some value in the future for those of you who are dedicated Hexicans. As you guys know, I love Hex. I love investing in the project, and I have a lot of t-shirts. I have a lot of Hex staked. And so I want you guys to be able to learn more about it, especially those of you who are in the NFT community. So I invite you guys to join this giveaway. I want you guys to be a part of it. You guys can go to cashflowamigos.com, check out the NFT giveaway. You can just click on enter the giveaway, submit your information right here, and you guys will be entered. If you become a member of CFA right here on this website, right, you guys will actually receive a second entry and allow you to win this Pablo Escobar number 3065 NFT, which I think is super unique. There's only one other one like it, and it's currently listed for 55 ETH. So with that being said, guys, make sure you go ahead and be a part of this giveaway. Best of luck to every single one of you. Back to the video. All right, now we are on the Veve NFT app. We're going to click start collecting, and we're going to check out the entire application. So first, we're going to start off here at the store, and in the store, it's very simple. You're going to be able to buy the different drops that they have here every single week or every single day throughout the week, depending on their drop schedule. They will be releasing a comic book. They're going to be releasing different animated characters, right, for you to be able to purchase. Here are a few of the ones that they've dropped recently. You have a Fantastic Four, Invisible Woman. You have what these little characters called serial killers, and my personal favorite right now are these amazing Spider-Man comics. And so you can actually buy into these different comics and purchase them for retail and then possibly resell them on the resale market, which we're going to talk about in a couple minutes. But let's say, for example, right, it was January 13th and we wanted to purchase, actually, let's say, for example, right, today or tomorrow, January 20th, we're going to be wanting to purchase the NFT drop for this comic book. You're going to see that it's going to give you a countdown timer. You'll be able to click on notify me, where you're going to be able to be notified for this specific drop, and you're going to be able to buy it for $7. Now, they're going to drop it in different rarities. So they have common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and secret rare versions of this comic, each one having a different a different comic book cover. And as you can see here, you're going to have some more details. You're going to see what publisher made it, right? What series it's coming from, the issue number, how many pages, the year that it was dropped, the writers, the artists, the characters involved in that specific comic book, and then you're going to have how many editions were released. Now, in this one, as you can see, there is 29,500 available out of 30,000 because 500 are actually kept in-house with Veve. They keep 500 of them, and then they're going to resell, or they're going to sell or offer the rest to be minted for different people out there. So I can tell you right now, guys, there are millions and millions of people trying to acquire these NFTs, and there are only 30,000. When I first got involved, there was literally mints or only about 7,000, 5,000, 8,000 editions, and as the year has really gone by, they've actually been having to increase the amount of editions they're releasing to be able to keep up with demand and how many people want these NFTs. So even though 30,000 sounds like a lot, you're actually seeing a lot more demand for those 30,000 than people are expecting, and you see that definitely reflected in the resale value. So if you go to collection, you're going to be able to see your personal collection and what you own. As you guys can see here, I have my collection. We'll talk about it in a couple minutes. If you go to feed, you'll be able to see the different feeds and the different drops or the different images people are able to post and talk about on their social platform, kind of here on Veve, right? It's like a feed that you guys can post on. And then you have, of course, the marketplace, which is where you're going to be able to buy on the secondary market these NFTs, and you of course have your profile. So let's talk a little bit about the NFTs I have first, because these are really, really interesting. And in order to do this, we're actually going to do that through the Veve Vault Value app. So I don't know who made this app, but shout out to whoever did, because this is a perfect way for you to be able to track how much your vault's worth, and you can kind of check everything out through here. So as you guys can see, the first one I want to share with you guys is my Batman NFT, the Todd McFarlane number 100 Batman. This was actually one of the first releases that ever came out on Veve in October 14th of 2020, and so because of that, the rarity of this one is pretty important to the price that it has right now. There is only 7,500 of these made, and even though this one would be considered a common NFT, you guys can see that the floor price right now at $11,000, with a initial price of $80 when it first dropped, it's a 14,000% increase. And that's not even showing, right, the actual value that it was a few days ago, as we hit high floor prices of about $13,400. And this is really cool, just to see this. Right now only about 3% of the NFTs are listed, which is why this price is probably going up so fast, because there's less liquidity. It's going to impact price more aggressively when people buy. If there was more liquidity available and more people were selling them, then of course, but clearly everybody wants to hold these NFTs, and so based on the secondary market, the people who are selling them for a premium, and people are buying, which is really, really crazy. Over here, we're going to check out the info of the NFT by clicking on see the full chart, where you'll be able to see how many were listed initially, and over time how that's actually impacted price. So these were selling at around in October for around $2,000, and over the course of the past few months, it's gone up around 400%, reaching highs of around 14,000. So this is really cool to see, and I'm really happy that I got involved with this one, because this was an NFT that I bought, about a year ago, a little over 360 days ago, and thankfully we're seeing a lot of return from this investment. So that's awesome for us to be able to have. And secondly, we're going to go to the comic books, and this is where you guys are going to be able to find a lot of your opportunity, and I want you guys to really focus on this. We're going to discuss a lot of this stuff right now in the video, because I want to show you guys how you can be able to purchase some really cool NFTs and make a possible profit off of them, no matter whether you get them at mint price or whether you get them at resale value. So this is a NFT that I bought a few days ago, right? And I'll show you guys the price I personally bought it for. If we come over here to my Spider-Man 14 NFT, right, for the comic book, you guys see that I paid 170 gems, and the floor price currently is 255 gems. Well, I bought this on the secondary market. Clearly, it didn't cost me $7. $107, but I bought it for $171, and currently it is $255. For those of you who wanted to know when I bought this, I dropped that on the Discord, so I recommend you go ahead and check out the Discord if you guys want to know whenever I talk about any upcoming investments that I'm going to make that you guys can definitely learn about as well. So everything I invest in, I talk about there, so if you guys wanted to learn about that, you can check it on that Discord right there. But yeah, I bought it for $170. I told everyone to buy in. It actually went down a little bit to like $150. Now we're trading at about $255. This was literally a week ago, right? And the reason why I bought this one is because first and foremost, if we talk about Spider-Man is one of the most world-renowned superheroes that ever dropped from Marvel, right? It's one of the most famous. It's one of the biggest. If you guys haven't seen how much clout Tom Holland is getting right now because he is the Peter Parker, the young version, the one that everybody knows about in the comic books, like from the 1960s, he is, personifying what is the first Marvel comics. And so, with everything happening right now, we see these comic books reselling for crazy numbers. And if you look at these specific ones and how they're selling for in the actual market, in the physical collectible market, you have really like prime mint comics that are selling for over 300,000, right, and plus. So over here, for these to be reselling in NFT versions, right, verified versions, it's pretty awesome to see. There are 70,000 editions of this one, and I personally got edition number 34,000. However, it is an ultra rare version, so that means that there's even less editions of this one, this specific type of album cover, which is why this one goes for a little bit more of a premium as compared to the ones that aren't ultra rare. The second one that I got is the Spider-Man 3, and the Spider-Man 3, same exact thing. It's Spider-Man. I personally really like Spider-Man, and I thought that this would have been a really cool purchase. When I bought this edition, I bought it also in the ultra rare edition where there's only 1,050 of them made, and this number 3 is going to be where Spider-Man fights Doc Ock, which I think is awesome. This is one of the first movies I ever saw as a kid for the Amazing Spider-Man, and so that was awesome to be able to buy this up and purchase it for the mint price of $400 that I paid for in resale, right? Someone paid $700, I ended up paying $400, but right now the floor price is $495, so I'm already up in the money and I'm making money on this NFT. And the reason why I chose actually both of these is specifically because of the historical value they hold to the actual Spider-Man universe. And overall, right, if someone's going to want to buy something, they're going to want to buy something very important to the universe itself. Something I can give you guys as an example is if we go here to edit and we look at the ones that are right now selling for the most amount of money, you see that the biggest ones are the Spider-Man version comics, right? So Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man number 252, where Spider-Man actually comes out with the black suit for the first time ever. This comic book actually is selling for a significant amount of money. You see that the secret rare version is listed for 800,000. You have the ultra rare listed for 23,000, rare for 8,000, uncommon for 5,000, and common for 6,700. And it's just because this comic was specifically the comic where the first ever Spider-Man with the black suit, aka Venom, was announced. And so this is a very historic comic. A lot of people want it. Also, you have your Marvel comic number 1, right? Very important comics. Fantastic Four, Amazing Spider-Man number 1, Avengers number 8, right? This one I think is going to even be made into a movie. This, if I'm not mistaken, is where Kang comes out in the Marvel comics. So as you guys can see, I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes down to the characters and everything. I love watching the movies. My brother loves watching the movies. We talk about this stuff all the time. So we're already passionate about this entire community, right? This entire Marvel universe. So what I would say is if you guys are passionate about it and you like, these different characters and whatnot, invest in stuff that you enjoy, 1. And 2, right, make sure you're investing in things that actually hold value to the community. If we look at the ones that aren't worth as much, right, for example, like over here, Young Avengers, Ultimates, Uncanny X-Men, right? It's like, it's not that they're bad, but it's like, Daredevil isn't going to resell as aggressively as a Spider-Man comic or maybe as a Superman comic, right? You want to keep that in mind whenever you're investing into these, and knowing that if you're going to buy something, yes, you may be paying a premium, but you're paying a premium for something that's at a very, very, very good price that you can possibly see some gain from in the near future. So right now, with the Amazing Spider-Man number 14, the Green Goblin one that I have, I think that this is very undervalued. And as you can see, the secret rare version is already flipping for 1,000. I think that maybe this one could be selling for a lot more very, very, very soon. 14 days ago, it was 580, and it's almost tripled. It's almost tripled in price now, trading at over 13,400, or the current floor price 998. But I would say there's a lot of opportunity in these Spider-Man comic books. So that's why I like to invest in them. That's why I put some money of my own in them. And hopefully that gives you guys a better idea to invest in some of them yourself. If you guys want to maybe go for different things, I would honestly recommend very important and very iconic moments in time. Like, for example, old school Mickey collectibles, right? So if you look over here, you have, this whistling Mickey, right? That's now selling for over $1,000. If you have over here, let's kind of check out some of the top ones. This partner statue, right, which if you guys have ever been to Disney World in Florida, you know that this statue is sitting out in front of, I think it's like Magic Kingdom or something like that, where it's the partner statue. It was the last statue that was ever made for Walt Disney in commemoration of, his creation of Disney characters, which specifically was Mickey Mouse, the first one ever. Over here you have different animated versions of Spider-Man selling for $10,000. So guys, look, it's crazy, right? If you haven't seen Andre Jick's video on his $100,000 profit through Veve NFTs, I recommend you guys watch it yourself. I have my own testimony here with a little over, I think it's like $13,000 in unrealized gains right now through these NFTs. But all I can say is that there's a great opportunity in them. You guys are going to love investing in them. It's a lot of fun to do, and hopefully you guys can make some money doing it. And so with that being said, if you guys have any questions on these Veve NFTs, guys, we have a whole community that we're going to be running on the Discord chat, right? There's going to be a thread for anybody who's involved or likes Veve NFTs. I hope you guys can go on there, enjoy that community that we're going to be creating. And more importantly, we're going to have a secondary market for you guys to be able to flip NFTs. Right now, gems are not liquidatable. You actually cannot sell your gems, right? If I wanted to sell an NFT and then collect the gems and withdraw it, I'm not able to do that just yet. Veve hasn't released that ability. So people are actually selling their Veve gems for cheaper, which allows people to liquidate and allows new people to get in without having to pay $1 per gem. They can actually get in for 80 cents. So we're going to have a safe and secure marketplace for you guys to be able to trade and meet with, trusted people in our Discord chat that are going to be able to, meet up their end of the bargain and help you guys trade in this Veve world. So with that being said, everybody, my name is Progress with Puello. I hope you guys get to subscribe. Leave a little comment down below if you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for your support. Have a great one, guys. Talk to you soon. See you on the next one.